Hey everybody, you're listening to the Hisessions Hawaii podcast where we talk about everything local and beyond. I'm your host, John Yamasato, and joining me today is Mr. Kyle Shimabukuro.
How's it?
And Devon Nekoba.
Howdy.
Before we begin, let me remind our listeners of all the ways they can stay in touch with the show. There's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Hisessions. Of course, you can go to SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. I realized I was talking fast again, so I'm going to slow down. Apple Podcasts, listen to the show. Finally, you can email us at hisessions@yahoo.com. If you'd like to help the show and get more music on the channel, please go to patreon.com and donate. There you'll be more involved with the show and help determine who and what is filmed. And we've been doing really well on the Patreon. We're really getting there. Yeah, we're really getting close to being able to pay for the basic fun things to run the show. So
thank you.
Almost not at a loss every month anymore.
Yay!
So thank you.
Did we get new
Thank
ones?
you very much. No, we did not. Not over the break.
Okay. Oh, wait, and don't forget, if you join Patreon, you get the shirt, which John is
that's
wearing.
right. I'm wearing the new 2023 shirt, which all of our Patreons get. Well, all of our $5 and up Patrons get.
Yeah.
And this design
thinking
is
it was like 25 cents.
drawn by John.
I thought so.
Yeah. It's doodled by John.
Yeah, well, it was Kyle's idea. It's Kyle's idea. So
So ask him,
you
you asked him to doodle that?
I've been telling him for years, just put his doodle on t-shirts.
His what?
His doodling on t-shirts.
You sound like
doodle.
Doodle.
I've been telling you, put his doodle on this.
You did a good job. It looks
But you
good.
told me exactly what to doodle, so I just drew what you told me to do.
It's nice.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Thank you to our sponsor, Kupukupu Landscaping, Landscape Architects. You can call Kevin Yokomura, 808-722-8685 for a free estimate. Man, my eye went out.
Somebody needs glasses.
Kupukupulandscaping.com. And of course, Fort Ruger Market. It's nice to be back and have some Fort Ruger Market. I was off island for a couple of weeks, so I did not enjoy the poke and all that stuff.
Also, we weren't doing the podcast.
But I go in there when we don't do podcasts.
Oh, that's right.
John goes like once a week.
Yeah,
Wow.
even after the podcast, I still go in there. You can find Devon at Kumu 94.7. You can find Kyle at highlifeclothing.com. You can visit me at teamyamasato.com. And now let me introduce our beautiful and lovely and wonderful guest, Maila Gibson.
Hey.
Maila, thank you for being there. I'm not
Happy
gonna
New
go through-
Year.
I'm not going to go through all your particulars because you've been here before and everybody knows you. You're yeah, you're just ubiquitous at this point.
Wow.
In all words.
And
Maila,
you
not
were
Malia.
Yeah.
Traditionally kickstarted the new year with our podcast.
Thank
every
you.
year,
I love
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, because, when you go away and you're on vacation, you come back, everything is a little less familiar, and you want to start off something a little, easy. You can work your way into the and
Yeah.
So, we've known you.
Did you just say I'm easy?
I know.
I mean,
Oh,
easy
John.
going.
Okay.
Easy
You know how
going.
big your husband is, right? Can we
Yeah,
not
I know.
get into
Yeah.
Easy going.
Okay, yeah.
That's
He
what
is
I meant.
easy going, though. Her husband is very easy going.
Yeah. And so when I think of the first one back, I'm like, okay, let's do some, let's get Maila on here. We can just talk story. Everyone had a good New Year's
Yep.
and Christmas.
Yeah.
Good.
Was it just you guys? I know. Okay, I stopped by Kyle's house because Kyle has a New Year's Eve celebration every year, and then went on to another event that I had to attend. But so I know what it was by his house. But did you guys notice that it was a little bit more firecrackery?
Well,
Insanity.
if you talk to Pro City and Waipahu people in Ewa Beach, probably not. But in Aina Haina, it was kind of quiet.
Really? Yeah. See,
Yeah.
in Kyle's neighborhood, but where I was, so it's partly us because the house that I go to, a friend's house every year, normally the neighbor next door and the one across the street are not home. They go somewhere else. But for one reason or another, they were home this year, and they are serious about fireworks. I mean, it was like a Navy Air Force fireworks show. Like when you go to Kaneohe Marine Base and
Yeah.
they shoot all the
Boom.
Yeah.
There else.
So they were. So I felt like it was kind of more crazy this year than past years.
This year was the same as last year, which was who bought fireworks? Nobody. Okay.
Yeah, we ended up.
You were with Kyle. That's right.
Yeah, we went outside to watch the fireworks, and we're like, nobody brought fireworks this year. So my friend I have poppets, so we literally just threw poppets on the street. And then I ran some with my skateboard to make
Kyle,
it,
we lined
Fun.
some up, and then Kyle ran them over.
Yeah.
I was at my nephew's in Salt Lake, and he was like,
Oh,
I hate where I live 364 days of the year because there's always a firework, like every night. And then as it gets closer to New Year's Eve, it just gets more and more. But he's like, I love where I live on New Year's Eve. It's crazy. Like, I feel like you couldn't even pay to see it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where he is, he's kind of on a hill, and so we could see Kalihi, we could see
there you
Waipahu. You know, we had Pearl City. I mean, it was all around us. And then his neighbors had some that we were outside, and we would run for cover.
Oh, really?
wow.
I thought that they were gonna get us. It was crazy.
You know what was a trip? I was watching the news, and there were cops everywhere, but they're busting people that were trying to park on the freeway to watch the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Shouldn't they have been trying to bust the people popping the fireworks?
Right?
I mean, you know what house it's coming from.
I would think that stopping on a freeway is probably more dangerous than the actual popping of the fireworks.
But if
maybe?
there wasn't any fireworks, you wouldn't need to pop. You wouldn't need to stop.
Yeah,
on
but
the
there's no
freeway.
way they're gonna be able to. It's just like if there's a riot, you know, you
Yeah.
get 10,000 people all rushing a stadium or something. There's nothing you can do at that point. You
See,
know?
I grew up in Pearl City as a kid, all the way to my 20s, and I'm used to the noise, the smoke, you know, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Right.
I found it fun every year. But as I got older,
It's annoying.
it's annoying when you gotta yell at people in your own house because you can't hear what's going on. You know?
Right?
So maybe I'm just old, but I really do think it's like crazy nowadays.
It is.
Because not only did they pop it on New Year's, they pop it every day throughout the year
Yep.
to the New Year's now. And I don't know what can be done. I mean, do you think that there's something drastic going to be done this year so it
No.
doesn't happen next year?
I mean, they've already tried. You know,
Are they really
Do
trying?
they try or do they
Are they
just
really
say
trying,
it?
you know?
I guess I don't know. It's a double-edged sword for me because I personally do not participate very much in it. I will light like one firework just to be part of the show, but on the other hand, I mean, I remember being a kid and having a lot of fun with it and stuff.
Yeah, I just wish they didn't pop it throughout the year.
Oh yeah,
If they just saved it for that 12 o'clock, it wouldn't be so bad.
Oh,
But
those big bombs that just
Yeah.
signify nothing. They don't.
And people's
there's no
dogs
lights or
are-
anything.
Yep.
You just
And
go.
it shakes your house.
and
people's
scare the crap
dogs
out of
are
your dog
freaking
and-
out, and
yeah.
you know, like I feel
Well,
sorry for those people.
I live next to the park, as we've discussed on this podcast before, and inevitably every night on New Year's Eve at like 3:30 in the morning, someone sneaks into the park and launches like the biggest, because it's completely quiet and the whole valley's just like boom, you know,
Our
and you can hear
valley's
it.
so quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Except
there
for
wasn't
that
much of
one that
anything,
goes off
except for
at
that one.
3 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
But
How did your dogs handle it? Because you got a lot of dogs.
I have 2 dogs.
Yeah,
And one
that's
is
a lot.
Yeah. One is 13 and he can't really see or hear. So he,
Oh,
he
perfect.
doesn't care.
Oh, he's a
But the-
what?
Yeah, but the 5-year-old, she's like, she gets really clingy.
It's sad to see them like that.
It
New
is.
Year's.
It is.
you either see them like that or you give them the pills and they're like stoned.
Yeah.
But you know, my vet told me,
Yeah.
those certain pills that you used to give your dogs before that just makes them stoned and don't move, they're actually panicking inside. They just can't move.
That's so
really?
sad.
Yeah.
So that's why they're saying now CBD or that other type of drug that they're giving them
Give
is
your
better.
dog
Makes them-
CBD.
Yeah, to calm down.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I have a friend who comes every year from California, visits, and he stops by the party and stuff. But it's such a foreign thing for people from out of state.
Yes.
Because I don't think there's any other state that does it quite like Hawaii, right?
Nope, there's no state that does it. I think like Asian countries do.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
But-
They do it on, Chinese New Year.
Yes,
not
this
the
is true.
actual, and not the Lunar New Year that we do.
This is
But-
Is
true.
Hawaii Island or Big Island still doing it
Yeah.
as like legal areas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
still-
Maui too.
Yeah.
So
really?
when I was on
Neighbor
Maui, I
islands are
seen-
So you get a permit for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
you can get a permit and yeah.
Here you
Okay.
can't get a permit at all.
For
You're just
aerial.
not supposed to do
You can
it.
get a permit. You just can't fly.
Yeah, you can't do aerials.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you can't do aerials. It's sort of a misnomer since that's all you see is aerials.
Yeah, I
on
know.
New Year's Eve.
I know.
Like, I
But
think
you know-
somebody did a story like, the fire department is saying, hey, not as many people took out firework permits, so maybe we went.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's what's gonna happen.
yeah. But you know what's great? And this is very Hawaii too. So 12 o'clock, it is insanity. fireworks going off everywhere. By 12:45, all you hear is shh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
Because everybody's cleaning up, you
Yeah.
know, they're sweeping up their
That's
driveway.
very
and
Hawaii. I love that.
Then 2 o'clock in the
everybody,
morning, it
2
starts up
o'clock,
again,
everyone's
yeah.
cleaning up their thing and, you know, putting it in bags and stuff. So
It's cool because in Pro City, the neighbors just to help the other neighbors
Yeah,
clean up.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
just be on the street.
yeah, that's
and
yeah.
it's
So
really cool to
that's
see.
what we were doing. We just swept because the neighbors were there, so
Yeah.
everybody cleaned up, and you know, you say hi to Happy
Yeah.
New Year to your neighbor and all that kind of stuff.
But tradition, you're supposed to leave it out, though,
Yes.
right?
You shouldn't.
Oh,
you're
really?
not supposed
Yeah.
to clean on New Year's Day because I don't know. That's what you're gonna do all year.
But for the ocean,
Oh.
we do it.
Yeah,
that thing goes into the storm
Yeah,
drains.
the thing rains. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
no
I
good.
thought
Huh?
it was because of Asian guilt.
Yeah, that too, probably.
Probably.
Cannot leave mess.
Yeah.
New Year.
But you know what I was telling Kyle today, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know if you heard it in his little thing, but he said at New Year's they lined up a bunch of pop-pops and Kyle skateboarded across it. And I said, "Wow, man, I never thought when I was little, when you were 50, the idea that you're gonna skateboard across fireworks on New Year's, that would just not ever cross my mind
No.
that a 50-year-old person would do that, you know?"
Well, this is Kyle.
And so we were kind of pontificating about why that is. You know, why our parents would not have done that.
And why are we so immature?
But now Kyle
As we
is
get
here.
older.
Right.
yeah.
And I had a theory. You want to hear my theory?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically everybody here, I don't know your backstory, but everyone's parents came, or great-great-grandparents came as immigrants, right?
Okay.
Probably worked in a field or something. So you had that generation, right, that just completely worked almost to death, right, that provided for the next generation, which was our grandparents, who also worked because they were the first generation to maybe like get a non-field work kind of job.
Mm-hmm.
Then led to our parents' generation, which was the first maybe college educated or you know, even and then that provided for our generation, which is, you know, pop culture, and we didn't have as many
Toys. We
yeah,
have
we had,
toys.
we had
Yeah.
toys, and yeah, we didn't have any. We have more carefree life than our ancestors did, I guess. And so our outlook on life is a little different. It's more fun. It's more, you know, pleasure and versus, you know, when you were. Our grandparents were like, when you were 18, you were working, man, and you were like an adult, and you had to work because you had to feed your families. So maybe that mindset's a little different.
Yeah, our
And that's-
children are going to be Jello, basically.
Yeah,
Just
and
sitting
yeah,
around
it's
not
like
doing
Pretty
our
much.
kids are gonna be like, just
Yeah. Yeah.
no work.
It's happening already.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
But I think
Do
we
you
were
think
the
that makes
last
sense?
generation where the mom could stay home too.
That's true.
True.
You know, and that made a big difference in child rearing too.
So
you know.
true.
Well, I don't know. No, some people are having larger families, like 5 kids and stuff, and mom just stays home because it's cheaper than trying to get childcare for
That's true.
5, 6 kids, right? So,
Yeah.
because I mean, I don't know. We all know somebody who's got like 5 kids, and I still don't know how you do it in this day and age, living here,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
yeah. It's
like taking
crazy.
care of that many kids and trying to
That's a lot of
make them
spam to split
contributing
up.
members to society. Yeah. It's just like,
Well, just
wow.
last night I went to Ramen Ya, which, by the way, they're crispy noodles with seafood.
Mm.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I was kind
And
of
a lot.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get
They give a
choked.
lot.
You feed your whole family with one plate.
Yeah. So we used to be able to feed my whole family with one curry katsu plate.
Yep.
Because the kids were little, you know. So, but
Not
they're big now,
anymore.
so we can't. So I got a curry katsu and a you know, so
Seafood.
two plates, but it was like almost $40.
Wow.
You know, it was like $30-something, right, for 2 plates.
You
And
gonna
I-
get 2 meals out of that, or you just got the
well,
one?
it fed 4 people,
Oh, okay.
right? But if you had a family, if you had more kids or whatever, I mean, you're gonna have to buy it's like, you know, 70, $80 a dinner. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
And I don't know about you, but we eat out every night.
Us too.
Yeah.
You eat out every night
Pretty much.
in Hawaii Kai? Wow. So you know the problem worse than I do.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
I know. It's Miley's Thai.
Oh yeah, that's my
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
And,
Can you do
or
takeout there?
Asagio. You can't. A lot of people do takeout there.
Okay.
Miley's Thai. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have many selections.
Yeah, man. They need more selection on that
We
side.
do.
Where's Asagio in Hawaii?
Coco Marina.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
My husband went to Jack in the Box the other night. That's in New Valley, right?
Yeah.
We got Spam eggs, Portuguese sausage, and rice. Like,
Really?
that's his favorite. He got it for dinner.
They serve it all day?
Yes. He was so mad because it was awful. It was on New Year's Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was like hardly any eggs. Like, it just looked like somebody already ate it.
Oh.
And then next thing I know, he's cooking himself Portuguese sausage and eggs.
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
what are you doing? He's like, I'm so mad. This is
Poor
so
guy.
terrible.
I'm so mad. I'm
like,
cooking
they're
for
probably
myself.
pissed at you that you came on New Year's Day and that they had to work and make Portuguese sausage, eggs, and rice when you could make it at home.
So you're saying McDonald's pocho sausage, eggs, and rice is better than Jack in the Box pocho sausage, eggs, and rice? Because
I would think so.
McDonald's is pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
This was like nighttime, so I think
Oh.
Yeah,
that's,
they don't
Some
serve
places
breakfast
open,
already. Yeah.
you know,
I didn't
Jack in
know-
the Box serves anything all day.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He said it was junk.
Oh.
Our Christmas tradition every year on Maui is we open presents, and then I go to Jack in the Box and I get lunch for everybody. But this year, Maui at Jack in the Box, no more soda.
What?
They only had iced tea, coffee, or orange juice
In Maui.
in Maui. Yeah, I guess their soda machine was broken or something. It's like, yeah, that's a Christmas bummer.
Yeah.
No soda.
Because they have soda?
Yeah, they have soda. How
John-
do you see Jack in the Box without soda?
And you did work this Christmas too, right? You did some yard work, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about that, but
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
yeah, we did. So my father-in-law owns a big piece of land up in Kula, and he's decided that he's going to start a chestnut farm. So he cleared a bunch of land and he planted a bunch of chestnut trees, but there's some dirt that's running off the side when it rains. So he's planting this grass that's supposed to hold the dirt up. So we spent a good portion of our vacation digging holes to
Good
plant
for
the
you.
grass.
You wait, like everyone in your family or just
Yeah.
you?
No, so like Stace and Nisa and Asa, yeah.
Well, your wife, I assume, because your wife is handy like that. She loves that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
your kids too?
Yeah.
Because my kids would have been complaining the entire time.
So you earned that soda you're supposed to drink.
That's right.
Man,
What does one do with chestnuts?
I don't know.
just
What's
roast them and
the
eat them.
motivation?
Well, it used to be a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah. Oh.
And then he cleared that because I don't remember why he stopped doing the Christmas trees.
But he wanted to continue being Christmassy.
But
Yeah.
why chestnuts? Is chestnuts easier?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, chestnuts I think are easier than Christmas trees.
Because I mean, he could have done macadamia nuts,
Uh-huh.
but he
Right.
chose chestnuts.
Magnets
It's
are hard,
unusual.
though.
Yeah,
Magnets are tough.
apparently back in like the 80s, that Christmas tree farm is one of those like you go up there and you can cut down your own tree kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened to that. But yeah, so it was a labor-intensive vacation.
So Kula is cool enough to grow chestnuts because
Yeah.
it has to be specifically.
Yeah, it's cool up there, but it's weird. This has been the warmest Christmas I can remember.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was
Lately.
really warm.
Yeah, the whole break. So it was cool up there, but not hot.
Mm.
You know, but normally when we go up there at Christmas time, it's freaking cold. But
Global warming, baby.
global
Yeah.
warming.
It's happening.
Yeah. Well, Mila, what are you planning on 2023? I know that you've retired from.
I have retired from
music.
music.
That's very sad to hear.
Well,
Well, that's but the finger.
yeah, it doesn't mean I'm
Quotes,
not
yeah.
singing anymore. It just means that I'm not gigging.
Mm.
So I'm not doing like a every week someplace.
Oh, so
on the
even
schedule.
the even
Yeah.
the Aulani thing because you were helping out with.
Pow! I finished. I
Wow.
stopped doing it. I know
Okay.
it was a very sad departure, but
Because they kept trying. I remember we were talking about it. You're like, I keep trying to quit, and they keep letting me.
I know. And I was also like really lame about that because I was like, hey, can we cut my days down to like once every other week just because I'm so busy and I'm really trying not to quit. And they're like, no, you're not quitting. So yes, we'll do once every other week. So then I did that. And then, and then I would sub here and there. And then I think there was a month where I did a whole bunch of nights and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. Just I felt bad, like I do real estate and that dinner time is when your clients want to talk to you. They're having dinner, they're looking at the contract, they're sitting down together, they want to go see property after work.
Really?
And I was
Oh, yeah.
backstage with my laptop, like trying to find somebody to show them property and it was crazy. So I stopped. Yeah. So that was my official retirement. But
So what is our real estate expert? What is the outlook for 2023?
Oh,
what do you think is going to
gosh.
happen in Hawaii?
you're the real estate expert. You've been doing this 20 years.
I've been,
I'm a newbie.
Didn't somebody try to pass a law recently about the taxes for?
No. Okay, so
They're trying.
that had me down a rabbit hole the other night, and I was really annoyed.
Brenton?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
very,
yeah,
were
yeah,
you
I saw
annoyed?
No, I mean,
I like him a lot,
I
but
do
I
like
was
Brenton quite a bit.
annoyed by the just what it stirred up and the things that people were saying, because it was worded in such a way that it looked like he is proposing this bill to charge 7.25% to anybody that owns property outside of Hawaii. But that's already
If they
in
resell
place.
it, though, right?
if they
it's
sell it,
already
it's on the
in-
profit of the sale.
But it's
Yeah.
not on the
okay.
profit. It's on
Oh.
the entire price.
Oh, well, then that's that. Wait, okay. He's talking about HARP.
He's talking about HARPTA.
Oh, okay.
So that already exists.
What's HARPTA?
We don't even know what it stands for.
No.
we do.
But what is it? exactly?
Hawaii something.
I know what it is, but it's
It's
a
a
tax withholding.
withholding.
So what happened was there's this thing called FERPTA, which is a federal withholding. So because what happens is people sell their property,
Okay.
they're from out of country, they go back to whatever country they're from, and then they don't pay their federal taxes.
Oh.
So the government said, when you sell your property, we're going to hold it. The IRS is going to hold it till you file your taxes. Then once you pay your taxes, you get the rest, whatever's left over.
It's no different from W-2 income,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So if
Uh-huh.
you're a W-2 worker, you get taxes withheld from your paycheck. Then you file your taxes at the end of the year.
That's
and you
fair,
get it back.
right? Yeah.
So that's what HARPTA and FERPTA is for
HARPTA
people
is just this. So Hawaii decided, hey, we want to do that too because
some
people are
of that
leaving the
action,
state.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to withhold 7.25%, and then when you file your taxes, and we return you.
Yeah.
So there's both.
That's to discourage mainland investing property here. Mainland people investing. in
It's-
Hawaii?
it's
It's not that. It's
That's
just to make
just
sure
so we
that
get a piece of the
they
pie.
pay
Just
their
Make
taxes.
sure that you get, yeah. So okay. I very quickly skimmed what he had. So, he's talking about HARPTA. Okay.
He's talking about HARPTA.
But he also said making housing affordable for Kama'ainas instead of being snatched up by foreign or mainland investors.
What
So-
bothers me about all of that, and I think John could attest to this, is if you actually look at the data and you look at who's buying in Hawaii, majority is Hawaii residents. It's not, the media makes it seem like every house that's being bought is being bought by a foreign investor. But I ask you to just look down your street. Who lives on your street?
Right.
Do you have a bunch of foreigners living on your street?
But is the
Do you have
foreign-
a bunch of, it's not true.
I always thought that they're not buying necessarily like single family homes, but they're
No.
buying up kaka'ako.
Yeah, and kaka'ako, that's a whole other can of chips. But
I think Kakako is
it's geared for that.
You'd be surprised at how much local buyers there are.
But you just go at night and you look at the new buildings and you only see like sporadic lights on and
only
the rest is
Waiea.
empty.
So Waiea. So in Kaka'ako, you've got like front row buildings and you've got second row buildings. Your front row buildings are your multi-million, super luxury,
like the Ala Moana one, right?
or
Park Lane,
Park
yeah, the Park
Lane,
Lane.
Waiea, anything on the front row with an ocean view.
Yeah.
And they're like $4 million, so those are not properties that local people are buying. And yes, those are being bought up by a lot of investors, people that are stashing cash. So I don't know what the answer is to fixing this stuff, but what I get frustrated with on social media is just the way that people get so worked up over stuff that's not worded properly. The entire story is not being told. For example, so my sister and her family live in Vegas now, and
Las Vegas.
and they're mad at Hawaii. They're mad about our taxes. They're mad about the way COVID was handled. They're mad about a bunch of stuff, and that's really ultimately what made them leave. So they follow these viral Instagram accounts like Hawaii News Report, 808 Viral,
Yeah,
Mean
yeah.
Hawaii, all those. Some of the stuff is super funny. Like, I crack up. But there was one thing the other day on, I think it was Hawaii News Report, and it was just a photo of a gallon of milk, and it said $13.95 for a gallon of milk. And that's all it said. And then you've got hundreds of comments, people saying, this is why we can't afford to live here. This is why people are moving away. Blah, 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 blah. And so I'm like, a gallon of milk is not $13.95. Where are you, at the Ko'olina gift shop? Like, what is this? And so I went on Walmart.com. I specifically chose the Ke'eaumoku Walmart as my store. And I think I found a gallon of milk to be like,
$6 or $7.
yeah,
something like that.
$6.95, $6.98, something like that. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't like it when one thing gets put out there and
Yeah.
it just goes crazy and everybody gets mad. And I see smart people commenting.
Yeah.
Like people that are business owners, people who are wealthy. I'm like, why are you mad?
They're looking to be mad about
If I was local and I seen that post though and it was $13.95, I wouldn't complain or raise a fuss about it. I would just think the mainland guys would be going like, that is expensive. Let's not move there, honey. And I'd be like,
Right.
okay.
That's what I mean. It goes like both ways,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
interesting.
No, yeah, I was thinking about Brentons Post because, on the surface, you read something like that, and the natural instinct is to go like, yeah, man, let's do. But then, yeah, when you think about it realistically, would it really cause more housing for local people? And it's, I don't know.
Well,
You can't
I thought-
tax people on the back end because if you're going to tax somebody for selling, they're not going to sell.
And then they'll just let it sit there dark.
Yeah.
And,
Or they're going to just keep renting it out.
But I thought the other part of what Brenton was saying was that his idea was to make the tax be like 100%.
Right.
Right? Of whatever it is.
So you
that
can't
you're-
profit by.
So not only do you, so if you do the sale, right, you're gonna have to pay like not 4% or 7%. You're gonna have to pay 100%. So you can pay taxes equal to the amount that you're selling that thing for, which is
So
crazy.
no one's going to sell.
Yeah, so nobody gonna sell.
Like the problem
But
with
well,
our...
his thought is that no one will buy.
yeah, nobody,
Yes.
yeah, it'll
And also,
people
nobody's
don't
going
buy.
to buy just to invest and flip it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
But
that-
people buying to flip, I think, happens regardless.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you get local people. I mean, certain people that I don't know, maybe somebody's house we're living in now. You know, they take the house, they fix it up, and then they sell it to other local people. It's out there, right?
Yeah.
So but I agree with Maila to a certain extent that if your idea is to try to get people to pay attention to the fact that it's really expensive to live here, there's easier ways to do it, and there's more sort of morally good ways to do it than to tell people, look, this thing is like $5,000 for a gallon of milk, and people
Yeah.
go, oh my god, and they freak out, and you go, yeah, but if you go to like Walmart, it's $7, right? Or when people are complaining about the gas prices being so high, I'm like, yeah, but the gas prices are dropping now because we are always at least 3 months, 4 months behind the mainland. So the mainland started to drop. Ours going to drop too. Ours is never going to drop to $3 just because we're in Hawaii and
I
they
think
got to
the-
ship the stuff here.
I think the people that want to move here is not worried about can they afford it.
Nope.
No.
Because they're way richer than us guys living here right now.
They're gonna just come.
So they're
Yeah.
like, if that guy can is living here, then we can live there.
Well, and a lot of the people who are moving here are coming from California, and California real estate is very expensive.
Yeah.
Their
Cost
property
of living,
taxes
too,
are
in general.
insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Like one thing we have going for us here in Hawaii, although a lot of our tax assessed values went up as a result of values going up, our property taxes are crazy low. Crazy low
Very low. One of the lowest in the state in the
nation.
Yeah.
Well, Josh Green has his 100-day list, right?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Did he?
Let's see how much he crosses off. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah. I'd have to look at the list. I didn't even look at the list of this. Some of the stuff is, I'm sure, high.
All I know
enough.
is when I drive down Kapiolani, I still see tents, and I see more tents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I don't
getting-
know. I don't know. If
It
that's
looks
gonna stop.
pretty bad.
Oh, I see.
But
Okay.
everybody's going through that. I think, like you were saying, California's having a
California's got-
huge
it's crazy.
problem. right?
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
mayors of the
Well,
different
everybody-
counties.
A lot of people are defecting to like Texas, from
Yeah.
California.
The homeless are moving to Texas.
No, the Californians.
Californians
they
are
don't-
moving.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
my
think
God.
BJ Penn posted something yesterday, and it was all the highest wealth, like where you can make the most money being on welfare. And it said in Hawaii, this is why people don't want to work, because if you're on welfare, you can make $60,000 a year.
Seriously.
I don't know how accurate it is. Okay, don't shoot the
Yeah,
messenger.
see, so-
No.
But I'm just like,
Yeah.
and it's BJ Penn. You know?
He's the one that
But-
thought he could fire the Board of Education.
Right. But I think he did post a link to it where there were like 5 states listed, and Hawaii was like the best place to move if you want to just live your life and be on welfare. I mean, think about it. There's no better place to be homeless.
No, I would. if I was homeless,
Hawaii's
I'll
awesome.
choose Hawaii. You're not gonna get
Oh, yeah.
you're not gonna get beat up on the streets. People
Well,
gonna feed
well,
you.
I don't
and,
know.
and there's
I don't know about that, bro.
and you can feed
Kinda
yourself. You
depends on
can
where you are.
fish.
Yeah.
And live on the beach. You know.
Did you hear though in San Francisco, you can no longer do criminal background checks if you're renting your property out. It is illegal. And they say, get this, they say it's because they feel that homelessness is the result of people committing crimes. What do you think about
Oh.
that?
Homelessness is the result of people committing.
And not being able to find a
How
place
about
to
just
rent.
following the law? So
Right?
this doesn't happen in the
But
first
I
place.
disagree because I feel like homelessness, majority of it is mental illness, is alcoholism, is drug use. You know, like
Yeah.
they just can't get on the ladder again, you know, and climb and again, I don't know the answer, but I just thought that was interesting that San Francisco passed that.
Huh.
I'm all for like people who want to climb back out, climb the ladder and make them better for themselves. Provide everything we can for them. The ones I don't like is the ones that just don't do nothing.
Yes.
And they have a beachfront property that I cannot even own.
Right. Right.
That's the
But
thing.
aren't they living in a tent?
But they love it.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't love it and you want help, I'm all for setting up organizations to help, or paying taxes to help. But not the guy that came down here to just live on the beach in a tent and be happy. The brother got to contribute, do something. Pick up the plastic.
Go work at the kind of High Life store.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Yeah, find a job.
you go.
Find a store.
by the way, is the High Life store hiring?
Yes, we are. Doesn't matter.
I have a-
Everybody's hiring,
Yeah.
man.
I have a
Everybody's
soon-to-be
hiring.
14-year-old daughter that's going to be looking for employment
Yeah,
soon.
There you
Is
go.
she gonna be looking for employment?
I hope so. She got to earn her way.
Wow.
Nah. But no, I think it'd be good
Couldn't
if
you have her do like paperwork around a house or something? And you
No, I mean she's good. Well, one of the things that we've agreed that she's going to do
Yeah.
is she's going to start editing this podcast.
There you go.
Nice.
So that's one less thing that I have to do.
Oh, you can pay her though.
With money.
Oh, that's not with just
money.
dinner.
No. Yeah.
Wait,
I'll
and
give her
how do you know she's gonna do a good job?
Well,
I mean,
'cause
I love your daughter, but
Well, there's father control. Like there's quality
you
control.
watch.
Yeah.
You watch. Gonna be 3 times as much work now.
I know.
Because you're gonna record it, and then you're gonna be watching her edit it, and then you're gonna have to do your own
I'm gonna have to
edits.
go
And
in
you're
and, like,
oh my god, you guys!
I have faith in your daughter. It's gonna be 3 times better than what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, Dad, that didn't sound good. Can I cut that out?
No. I have faith that she can.
Yeah. She can learn
But
fast.
it is initially it's going to be more work because I'm going to have to go through this and show her how to. But it's really not that complicated. It's
Kids
just
catch on
tedious.
faster nowadays, and a hell of a lot more creative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see.
But
What
it's
happens.
funny when we were on Maui. She always lies down and looks at her phone. And I'm like, how's she? So I said, how you look at your phone when you're lying down like that? Doesn't the thing turn? And she's like, Dad, you can lock your screen. I was like, oh, you can? And she's like, yeah, you just press the button. I was like, oh,
But even like someone like Kevin from Kupukupu, when he does our editing,
yeah. Oh, he's great.
He does a better job
Yes.
than us
Yeah.
because he adds little insets and stuff. He's a lot more creative with it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I guess these programs have that accessibility, so your daughter would be good.
Well, it's also because, as we've established a long time ago in this podcast, John is fundamentally lazy, as are the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would never put that much effort into it in the first place.
Yeah, that's true.
So anything is better
It's gonna
than
be
what
better.
the three
Yeah.
of us would do.
So that's one thing, but there's other
that's
things
truth.
that I thought because I wanted her to do at least one job, maybe once a week that she's out of the house,
Yeah.
working for somebody else. Because it's one thing work for her dad, right? But then, if you're somebody else that you got to be responsible for and get to work on time and all that kind
Well,
of
in
stuff.
answer
it'd
to
be
your
good.
question, we are hiring. Just inquire within on highlifestore.com.
And Kyle has done what I've been asking for years, and no one will do it. He's coming out with a new line of Aloha shirts
Ooh.
Yeah.
that are throwback 70s style Aloha shirts.
love
with,
it.
with the 70s style. Your husband, we're going to have to get him one.
You
We're gonna
will.
get him
Oh
one.
yeah.
Double X.
Yeah. But it's like all the, I wear all these vintage ones that I buy from Punahou Carnival every year. And everyone's always like, oh, those are great shirts and stuff. And I'm like, why doesn't anybody else make shirts like this?
I agree.
And no one I talked to, I won't say their names, all these clothing companies that I know, like, how are you going to make a shirt like this? Finally, High Life is coming out.
That's because I wear the same type of shirts you wear.
Exactly.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. When his wife goes to Punahou to buy all those vintage stuff, the stuff that he doesn't fit because it's too big, then I inherit it from her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But so explain it a little bit more. What kind material? Because it's not cotton.
No, it's actually like a polyester blend, so it's like a wicking material.
Oh, nice.
You know, they call it board short material, but I don't think I think the material is too thin for actual board short. But they call it board short material, and it's printed on the thing, and we're hooking up with somebody to sew it.
Cool.
So, and it's all made in Hawaii.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's our goal, is try to keep it on the island,
Super.
made
And you know
by
what I love
people
about
on
those
the
kind of
island.
shirts? You just take them out. They, boop, no need to iron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like those shirts
Wash
too.
and wear.
Yeah.
You shake it and it's
This is
man.
perfect already.
yeah, and
Bobby
it's
Madera,
light.
Bobby Madera had a bunch of those when Manu was.
Now granted, it's
Hilly was doing.
Yeah.
polyester,
He said, "Oh,
so it
you
doesn't
agree?"
breathe as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it get hot.
Yeah, but you're not gonna, it depends on where you're going.
As long as you don't go jogging in it and stuff, then you'll be okay. You know?
I don't know.
And usually, if you dress up like that, you're in a wedding or
Yeah, yeah.
indoors.
Does your
air
husband sweat a
conditioning.
lot? Does he get hot?
Not. He does get hot. He's not a sweater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be all right then. He should be fine.
So sorry, Mila, we took like a huge detour, but going back to, now you are still going to sing. We're still gonna see Maila Gibson-Bandmann around.
Yes.
But it's just not on a regular basis.
Not on a regular basis. Like, I'm not pursuing it as a source of income. So when
So
I
you-
say
Perfect. Yeah.
retirement,
You're like- yes.
that's what I mean.
You like Michael Jordan retired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally said that the other day.
99.9%
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
But
I
you know,
could
there's-
come back.
Yeah, you could come back.
Given the right situation.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like they said, here's $1 million to sing.
Yeah.
And she
yeah.
would go, I
Well-
think maybe I could do that.
We talked about this pre-podcast about trying something different and new for the first time, and possibly the first time in the entire world, is using chat,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, chat AI. Yeah.
the chat AI.
Chat GPT
Yeah.
thingy. I'm just hearing about this
Okay.
like in the last couple of days.
We'll do it live. It'll write a song for us.
Oh.
And you and John can perform it.
Ooh.
No, you're not performing it.
No, on a fat
It's
man
not
on a
gonna be-
horse. We experimented with this thing.
Kyle
So-
brought this up to me last time.
It's incredible.
So what did you hear about Chat GPT?
What do you
Like that I could say
Oh.
write a blog about Devon Nekoba and it will.
Yes.
I tried that last night, and I put like, hey, write a blog about real estate projection for 2023,
Uh-huh.
and it says, we cannot predict the future, so
No.
blah, blah. I can only go up to 2021.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's as far as the computer got so far.
So you can't. Yeah.
Maybe they
You're
have to
already breaking the
compile-
rule of the thing, but
Yeah.
if you wanna write, that's. We were sitting at Kyle's house.
I was very disappointed in that thing. Like, I
There's
was
not
talking about
enough
all these other
data.
kind of
because
things
it's learning
Yeah.
as it goes. But what they did was they fed a bunch of information into it from 2021, and then they said, okay, write. Ask me a question. If you ask it a question, it's amazing because it actually answers you and does it in a way that's. You can ask for why is Steely Dan such a great band? And it'll write it out and say, Steely Dan is a great band because this, and this. And you'll
That's
read it, and if
spooky.
you're a fan, you'll go, yeah. But it writes it as if it's writing a paper about
This
it.
is again why your children will be jello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what was interesting is, as we're digging in deeper, I said, I wonder if it writes music. So he goes, well, think of a theme. I go, how about we write a song about a fat man on a horse? So
And it actually wrote up.
and the lyrics came out, and it's actually good lyrics. So
No, it's not good
We
lyrics,
asked
man.
first for a poem, and it did a poem, and it did it, and then we asked for it in Shakespearean, and it did in Shakespearean, and then we asked for it in music, and it came up with a chorus, verse, bridge, and all that.
That is
and then
so
we asked
scary.
for chords, and it spit out the chords, which you guys will play today.
What do you mean?
I kind of brought this up to me, and
can do it.
Oh, well, I gotta
yeah.
get it to come up. It's not.
Kyle
it's
has
not
no
cooperating
idea
right
how
now.
this works.
Huh?
You can't just give me chords and lyrics and
Yeah,
then,
I know. That's
And
not how
go
it-
sing
yeah.
it.
Because
Yeah.
obviously professional musicians, not professional.
right.
But we were
musicians.
trying, remember? My guitar.
He's trying to play it. We were like, what? what is happening right now?
But it's super clever. I mean, it actually has a sense of humor, which is kind of weird.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like it wasn't trying to go for sense of humor. It was just funny because it was about a fat man on a horse.
Did you write it out?
And so no, it's timing out here. So I think maybe too many people are on the thing right now.
Did you pay? It's on a
So anyway, that's the new thing.
Huh?
Chat
GPT.
Really?
Yeah.
Kusumoto came in here at the end of the year last year and kind of told us this is the next step in the evolution of technology.
Yeah.
He was that up on it.
And I got scared.
Yeah.
It's scary to me.
It is, man, but exciting at the same time. You know what I think it is? I think we're getting old.
I think so.
Because when you're young, it's exciting. When you're old, it's scary.
Yes.
Anything change, I guess, for us is scary. Yeah.
So I guess I'm right at because I'm kind of excited and scared. So I must be in that I'm getting old, but I'm not quite old.
Do you feel like we're in the 80s again?
The 80s?
Why, were you scared in the 80s?
Yes.
About
Really?
what?
So when
Wonderful?
I think
You were like
No,
you were
when
like
I-
13 years old.
so when I think back, 1986 was a pivotal year for me because it's when my parents split up and it's when we moved to Hawaii from Missouri.
Okay.
So at 9, I have like a lot of vivid memories of that time of my life. And I was scared and I was afraid of Russia.
Oh,
Like, we were always
road
afraid
events.
there was
Well-
going to be an atomic bomb from Russia.
Yeah.
Rocky
I was
fixed that.
afraid of the hole in the ozone layer. Like,
No,
what
yeah.
happened to the hole in the ozone layer? Did it just go away?
just
Still
bigger.
there.
Cocaine was like super awesome.
That's making a
It's
comeback.
awesome again.
I don't
I
know
feel like
awesome.
the ozone layer is climate change. I feel like we're afraid of Russia. Mauna Loa just erupted again.
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm like, it's the 80s.
Well, they
Well,
say
where's
things come back
where's
around.
your decline? Where's your what are those called? Where's your leg warmers then?
Oh, yeah. The style hasn't
I
come
know.
back around.
but I'm wondering if
The colorful hair.
Dancing like a
Some
maniac.
of the music, too.
Some of the music.
like aha,
Yeah.
coming
That's
back.
right, you were playing
We're just
I
listening.
was playing Aha earlier,
Yeah.
the new version.
But I'm just wondering, in the 80s, let's say that was all like true, that was all happening.
Uh-huh.
But right now, we're so connected to everything all
Yeah.
at once within minutes that
Yeah.
maybe it's just a sensory overload of what's really happening.
think.
You know?
I don't feel scared now. I'm just like, okay, that's whatever. But I remember as a kid in the 80s, I was afraid.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think this chat GPT
I remember there
thing,
was a Genesis video, and it was all puppets.
Yes.
And it had Ronald Reagan and an atomic bomb. I remember watching it going,
Yeah.
That
World
was a
confusion.
scary
what is
video.
this? What's going on with this video? Because I'm like 8.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I know that's the president.
What was
Who are
that
these other
song?
people, you know?
Something of confusion.
Don't you
State of
know
confusion.
that is a land of confusion?
Yeah, land of confusion.
Yeah,
land
yeah.
of confusion. That's
That's
it.
Genesis, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we're in. We're in like a complete
Yeah, I
state
guess
of
that's true.
confusion
Oh yeah.
now.
For sure.
Okay. So, Maila,
Yes.
give me a subject or something you want this to write a song about.
A title.
A title. Like he said, Fat Man on a Horse. So, what's the first kind of things that come to your mind?
Oh gosh.
Write a song about.
I tried to have it write a song about Rick and Morty last night.
Oh, you can't go that specific like a cartoon. They don't know what Rick and Morty is.
Right,
No,
I mean,
it's
it,
okay.
it
Try.
wrote about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Write
very
a
good, but
song about marriage.
yeah, like a wedding song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a wedding song.
An original wedding song written by Maila and AI. Will
The
happen
wedding
right
singer.
now. That you
What is
perform
it?
I have
out of your retirement.
always wanted to write like an ultimate wedding
Okay,
song.
think of a title of the wedding song.
Oh,
You know what? I bet you it'll come up with something pretty decent.
I think it will.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know. It logged me out for some reason. I think there's a lot of people on right now.
Yeah.
Like, what if you just like ring on my finger or some kind of stuff like that?
Oh,
Wedding
yeah.
song or something, you know.
Oh,
Ring
yeah.
on my
yeah.
finger.
See, you're the creative guy.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
That's it.
Back
Ring
to
on my
back to
finger,
Milo.
the
Sorry.
wedding song.
So this year, did you have a good year last year in business?
Yes,
Everything went
I
well?
did.
Okay.
That's why she can retire from playing music.
No, but you know why it was a good year? I experienced freedom, I feel, for the first time in my adult life, where I didn't have to go to a gig. I didn't have to leave a dinner because I didn't have to start getting ready at 3:00 in the afternoon because I have a gig tonight. I didn't have to it was like I could just go.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I could stay up late. Whereas when you're gigging or singing and something, whatever you do relies so heavily on
Where you gotta
your
be.
physical health, you're always thinking like, oh, I can't eat that tonight because I have to sing in the morning.
Right,
or
right.
I can't drink too much tonight. I better watch out because I'm laughing too hard. I have gigs for the next 3 days.
Do you think being a realtor
You know?
for you guys is like the ultimate freedom job then? To set your own hour, your own
It
pace.
is. Don't tell anybody.
It is, right? Because
No,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is.
No, it is.
It can also like run your life 24/7.
Right.
if you
know.
wanted to, though.
Sometimes
Well,
it
it did for-
does.
yeah.
Certain
in
clients.
the beginning,
It did
you
for
almost
John
have
for a
to,
while there,
you know,
yeah.
you have to. It's like
Good
a
for you, actually.
It's
too.
like a momentum
Thank
thing,
you.
you know. You have to get your momentum going, and
Yeah.
then once you're comfortable, you can start to. So,
Or you can be like Maila and work even more hard.
well, that's what I'm saying, you know, like
And all of a sudden you're everywhere on videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
She's like the multimedia queen.
so.
But that's where it flipped, right? Between old school and new school, it flipped to this whole.
Oh yeah, multimedia stuff. Yeah, a lot of people do that
You-
now.
You're no longer
I
on a
don't know,
shopping
I mean-
cart like he had to be, you know, to promote
I
himself.
think it's an and though. I don't think that like a real estate agent that does really well on social media necessarily means they're killing it. Like there's
Yeah.
a realtor that comes to my mind right now, and she is like amazing, and she sells all of the highest end real estate, and she's never on anything social media, you know, and she's number one.
Yeah, the rich just pass around their personal.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
know that's
so.
why,
And
you
so
know?
the networks still matter. Like
Yeah.
this stuff, the face to face, the going out with people, that really matters. So the multimedia stuff is an and.
Yeah, it's not necessary, but it doesn't
She's
hurt.
really good at it, though.
Yeah. And even you started it now.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
trying
John
to do a
had
little
to.
bit.
Yeah,
of
but
that.
this
Super
is
good
like,
at it.
hi, this is John. I just want to tell you about, and then he starts launching it.
But that's
and
John.
Mila's,
Yeah.
Mila's always like, hey, so she's like supernatural.
Yeah, but
about
if
it.
John did it the other way, you would freak out.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
true.
yeah, it's got to
I
match
was
your
like, why are you just like
personality,
Maila?
You know what's funny is I actually tried to get back on the shopping carts,
Yeah.
but there's already another realtor on it, and they're like, we don't want two realtors.
Yeah.
So like, do you want to go out to Kailua shopping carts? I'm like,
No.
I don't really.
No, you don't want to
I
sell
don't, I don't
it.
live out there, and I don't
You want to
really
sell it
you know.
around here.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'll just wait, but I was gonna go
So
back on the shopping cart.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to Chat AI. I finally got in.
Okay.
He wrote a song about. I said, write a song about a wedding ring,
Okay.
and it spit out. It's just a little circle of gold, but it means so much to me. It's a symbol of the love we share and the life we're meant to be. It's a wedding ring, a symbol of our love. It's a promise that will stay true. It's a reminder of the vows we made to love and cherish forever and always. That does not rhyme. It's not just a piece of jewelry. It's a sign of our commitment to stand by each other through thick and thin and to build a life that's filled with happiness. None of these rhyme. It's a wedding ring, symbol of our love. That's a chorus. So, and then there's a bridge even. Through the highs and lows, the ups and downs, we'll face them together. With this ring on our finger, we'll always know that our love will last forever.
And then now,
Wow.
ask,
Sounds
can
like
you
a
add
country
chords to that?
song.
Can you add chords to that?
But
But isn't it amazing? That's an original song right there that you and AI wrote now.
oh, you know, I was talking to Jasper
Wild.
yesterday. Jasper Wong.
Sure.
yeah.
Here's the song with chords.
What?
G C G A minor.
I think it's just picking chords at random and
No,
saying,
I don't know.
"Try
That's why I
this."
want to see if how it sounds. It might not sound.
Yeah, but
good,
you'd
you
have
know.
to give him some time to kind of work it
Yeah.
out.
But you know, you're talking about Kyle talks about the art AI, right? And that there's programs now where you can type in like
Flying
Oh.
pig.
flying pig, and it'll give you all these pictures of flying pig.
Yep.
He said that the AI is basically grabbing pieces of other drawings off the internet and like
Meshing it together.
meshing it together.
It looks like that, but I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think there's a robot going pig with.
Well, he was saying that
It's like
that's a
drawing it,
big,
you know?
big thing in the artist community
Yeah.
now, because it's like it's not technically original because you're grabbing pieces of other people's
Yeah.
art and
Yeah.
putting it together, right?
So I did another one for Fat Man on a Horse, and I wrote a completely different song.
Oh,
can
it
you,
did?
Can you read the lyrics to Fat Man on a
Yeah.
Horse? Version 2.
He was just a man with a big round belly, but he had a dream that he wanted to tell me. He said, I want to ride on a horse so fine. I want to feel the wind in my hair and shine. He's a fat man on a horse and he's looking fine. He's a fat man on a horse and he's feeling fine. He's a fat man on a horse and he's having a time. He's a fat man on a horse and he's doing just fine.
that weird? You should do a whole Pure Heart album based off of this.
Of
thing.
AI?
Yeah.
He might not be lean or have the perfect form, but on that horse he was reborn. He rode with grace and a fire in his soul, and I knew right then he was in control.
That's actually not a bad song.
Yeah.
I know.
And if you keep saying I want another version or a country version or a rock version, it would write it out for you.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't retire. You should just come out and do AI stuff.
Yeah, no.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, scary times.
Scary, scary times.
All right.
Because, I mean, imagine now when it gets visual, right? Because this is all,
Yeah.
when it gets visual, I can probably go, I want to do a high life shirt with a sunset and a hot chick in a bikini walking by with palm trees. And they'll be like,
Okay.
alrighty. And then they'll do it.
Well, like I said, that guy I had on the other he's an AI specialist. He said you're going to be able to just tell it what kind of movie you want to watch, and it's just going to make the movie for you.
Because people like Bruce Willis already signed away their likeness for the rest of their life.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Beyond.
Oh, for like millions of dollars.
The movie's going to suck, but...
So you're going to hear, in like 2050 something, there'll be Die Hard 23 or something like that.
Wow. Oh, that is
crazy.
kind of
Do you know, like, that verbiage is in a lot of contracts? Like, there's an airline that if you're on their promo team, it says that in the contract. You're signed, like, I am giving my likeness.
Yeah. Because they can take your voice and put it in their airlines and then figure out a way to not even have you there anymore to record.
Yep. Kind of like Siri.
There's this YouTube channel that I like to watch called Movie Recaps. And it's just like this guy that goes like, think of it, the Ghostbusters. It'll say like, 2 scientists walk into a library. There's ghost activity in there, and it shows clips of the movie, and it like condenses the whole movie into 20 minutes, and it just talks over it. And I was like, this guy that talks sounds funny because sometimes he says words funny. That it doesn't. It's not the right pronunciation.
But is it a guy or is it
It's a guy.
Okay.
And then there was something completely separate that I was watching, and it had the same voice, and I think it's an AI voice. So people are just typing in the script, and it just reads it. And so that's why it's some of the pronunciation. But I would have never known unless I heard his voice somewhere else.
Because Siri and Alexa, it was a woman recording her tone and all that, and then they took it into now they can make sentences from it, right?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty trippy.
Trippy.
Yeah, man.
I just asked it to write a deleted scene from the movie Ghostbusters.
Oh my God. Okay.
And it's writing it right now.
Damn, maybe that might be too long to read.
Is it long?
Yeah.
No, not that long. It's called Egon's Secret.
Oh.
Egon is sitting at his desk surrounded by papers and scientific equipment. He seems to be deep in thought. He's writing something in a notebook, and Ray walks in and approaches him. Hey, Egon, what are you working on? Egon looks up. Oh, just some research. Can I take a look? Actually, this is something I've been working on in my spare time. It's a personal project. Really? I had no idea you had any hobbies outside of ghost busting. Egon smirks. I have a few secrets, Ray. It's a theory I've been developing about the nature of the paranormal. I believe that there are certain frequencies that can be used to communicate with ghosts. Ray, wow, that's really interesting. Have you had any success with it? Egon, yes, I've had a few breakthroughs, but it's still in the early stages of development. I need to do more testing before I can be sure. Can I help? I'd love to be a part of the project. I'll consider it, but you have to promise not to tell the others.
Dude, that could lead into Ghostbusters too.
Yeah.
Right.
With the slime, right?
Right. Yeah. Egon smiles and opens the notebook to show Ray his findings.
God.
Wow.
That is nuts.
Sorry.
Can you imagine if somebody just goes, I want the continuation of Hamilton, the play?
Yeah.
Huh. But you know what's interesting is my kids have a hard time watching movies.
I know. My kids watched Wakanda with me on a couple of days ago, and they actually stayed up for it.
That's a good movie.
I know. I really liked it.
Yeah,
but it was 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I thought my kids, 2.5 hours without their phones, never going to happen.
Last night, Nisa's like, I'm so bored. There's nothing to do. I'm like, let's watch a movie. So we're watching Lord of the Rings.
What?
Couldn't get
No, she's not going to.
I was like,
It wasn't the extended one. It was just a regular
one.
Is that the one with the talking trees that I hate?
Yes,
Yes.
that's the one.
I can't
That's the one.
stand that movie. I went back to in a break in the theater. The trees was walking right. Like, this is stupid. So I went grab popcorn, shishi, peek my head back in, and it's still going. The trees are still talking. So I just waited in the lobby.
Did you see something this past year that you really enjoyed?
I don't watch a lot of TV, but I did binge White Lotus one
okay.
night.
What is that, Netflix?
It's on
No,
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
Did you watch it?
I love Aubrey Plaza.
Who's that?
She's in that show, but
She's
I don't
kind of
know.
a deadpan actor.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
She's in another show.
Oh,
I
is
just
she on
watched
the second
Netflix.
season? I haven't watched that
Oh,
one
maybe
yet.
she's on the second
I watched
season.
the first
Netflix.
season. I love Jennifer Coolidge,
Oh.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stifler's mom.
So
That's what
funny.
everybody knows her as.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
taking the dog, dumbass.
Wow,
She
that's
always-
really good.
She
You
always plays
got
the
it.
same character.
She
yeah?
does, and I swear she makes up her own dialogue. I'm like, there's
Oh,
no
I'm
way
sure.
that's
'Cause that's
written.
a comedy,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually they
She's
do
funny.
I
comedy.
think
so,
she's
yeah.
really saying whatever she wants. She's so funny. That was a good
Classic.
show. Did you guys watch White
I
Lotus?
did not.
No.
I,
I haven't
I've
watched
been.
it yet.
I wanted to watch because I like Aubrey Plaza. But
Did you
I
see
just-
Aubrey in that new movie on Netflix?
Emily the Criminal?
Yeah.
That one too. I started it and I'm like, I don't know if I have it in me to finish this movie today, so I stopped.
Oh. Well, it was
So-
good. It's all right.
The first season of White 's filmed at the Ritz
Yes.
Carlton on
Really?
Maui.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
my friend
right.
Was,
Yeah, that's
my friend
right.
was in it too.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this
Had
about?
a lot of people from
Okay, so it's about like a bunch of people that stay at this highly exclusive resort called the White Lotus. So you've got all of their lives and things going on with them, and then you've got the staff of the White Lotus and things going on with them.
Oh.
And then like the dynamic between the staff and the very pretentious guests, you know, and just like what the staff really thinks of them. But in the beginning, someone dies, but you don't know who it is. So you just know, and then
Oh.
it goes back, right? So then you have to watch 7 episodes to find out who died.
Oh.
Kind of like Downton Abbey.
Did it
Sounds
end
like
though, or is the
we're
episode
upstairs,
still
downstairs.
going?
or
Ended,
whatever.
but they have a second season now that's at the White Lotus in Sicily.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
see.
the next
Ah.
season
Moves
has
around.
nothing to
Different
do with
cast?
the first season. Yeah.
Different cast, but Jennifer Coolidge continues.
Because they gotta
Oh.
bring her back.
Wow.
Yes,
We're
it's
watching.
so good.
We're watching Alice in Borderland season 2. Did you see that?
That show is crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's
I
like,
heard it was good.
It's like
So this guy, this Japanese guy, gets trapped in a
In a-
video game.
yeah.
But it's a real life video game.
Oh.
So stuff happens and people die. and-
Ah.
But just to preface, the Japanese and the Korean shows, it takes about an episode and a half for it to kind of get going.
So White Lotus is that way. I'll say
setup,
you've
yeah.
got to watch. You got to get through that first episode
Yeah.
and then get yourself to the second one and then you get into it. But what I
Yeah.
liked about what they did well was all the social issues. They really, you can't tell if the show is one way or the other. So they're not biased towards any side. And then, you know, the kids are like really woke. So they're, you know, they have all this compassion for causes and stuff, but then they're really mean to each other. You know, like sister is really mean to brother, yet she's all about saving the world. And the mom actually says that to her. She goes, "What is it with your generation? You guys are so kind to like all these groups, but you can't even be nice to your brother." You know, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing." So
And very true,
They did
actually.
a
Yeah.
good job with stuff like that. And there's even a Hawaii, like they incorporate the Hawaiian culture a little bit, like, and they don't overdo it, and they do it very well.
so it's based in Hawaii. This hotel.
No. Well,
In that
the first,
season.
yeah, the
That's in
first
this
season.
season,
Yes.
right?
They actually
Interesting.
shot it here in Hawaii.
Interesting.
Super good.
Yeah.
They did it during COVID. I think that was
Wow.
part of the whole like, how come we can't go anywhere but movies can come here and film?
Oh.
Well, because when they shot that one,
Didn't they all live together for
yeah,
months?
my friend,
In a
my
bubble?
friend was
Yes.
stuck. My friend was stuck at that hotel
Yeah.
for a month and a half. I
Yeah.
think 2 months, and they just basically said, "Here's your room, stay there.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
it's time to call you out, we're gonna call you out." And he was background. He
What a
wasn't
perfect
even
time to
like he didn't
film,
have
though.
a dialogue.
Nobody's
He didn't
around.
come
I
out.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
you
was
should
the
watch
one
it.
that-
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't even watch TV anymore.
No, I don't either.
I mean, I watch the news. That's about it. I don't even watch TV
I
anymore.
watch The Real Housewives. That's my guilty
I'm
pleasure.
just
Oh my
movies,
God.
so I know movies, but
You don't do
TV
series.
show, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know, so I don't know what to do with the Spectrum and my my Direct TV.
My wife still watches
Yeah.
the kind. what is that medical show?
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, I love Grey's
Is it
Anatomy.
still
watching
on?
anything.
Yeah, it's like 19th year.
Holy cow!
It's
Yep.
just crazier. I'm like, how
Didn't
much time
everybody
can you
die?
jump a shark?
Huh?
Didn't everybody die?
Nope.
Great.
There's
Everybody's
been a
still
couple
there?
deaths.
Yeah.
There's been a couple
But they
deaths.
come back in dreams.
McDreamy
Oh,
died.
really? Yeah.
Oh, they come back in dreams?
Yeah, they brought
Wow.
well because Meredith caught COVID, and then he came to her in her dreams.
Are you
Still watching
serious?
it?
Bruh, yeah. Wow. I mean, though, I'm feeling a long haul, but I watched that. I watched
I
that
walked
show.
past that TV. I'm like, I can't believe that show is still
Oh,
on.
me
I watched
neither.
that show from the first episode, and I still watch it today.
That's
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
like a badge of honor.
You're sick.
Yeah, Devin,
Yeah,
you're
you're
loyal.
loyal.
No,
You're
I'm
loyal.
super loyal. Yeah, I've seen all the different things with that cast, and yeah, it's a great show.
All right. Well, Maila, thanks for being part of our first episode of the year. We're so happy to be back. Thank you,
Oh,
everybody.
wait, can I ask her one question? Real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember your first job that you ever had?
Blockbuster.
Oh,
that's
no.
$4
That was a good job.
25 cents an hour in
Which
Whoa!
blockbuster?
Missouri, in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
But I was a part of the opening, like, we opened the Blockbuster in my town.
Wow.
So
Wait,
I got
how
to
old
do
were
that.
you?
I was 17.
What was your first job in
That was a good
Hawaii?
job.
In Hawaii, it was the Kauai Athletic Club. I was making $6 an hour. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much money.
What about Oahu?
Oahu, oh, this is a good one. I got a job at an endodontics office.
Oh,
I came here to sing, but I'm like, oh, well, I don't really have gigs yet, so I should go get a job. And my boss was 19 years old. I, at this time, was 21. So this chick in an endodontics office is telling me that I can't use the bathroom on day one. I'm like, where's the bathroom? She's like, actually, you can't really use the bathroom until your break. And our break isn't for another 3 hours. And I was like, but I need to go to the bathroom. And she's like, I was like, really? And then, like, I went
That's
to
worse
the
than
bathroom.
school.
I know.
Okay, it gets better. I went to the bathroom and I came back and I looked at her and then I walked back out and I went to the office manager and I was like, I can't work here. And she was like, what? And I was like, I can't do it. And she was like, we just went through all of that training and paperwork and you're just going to quit halfway through. And I was like, yes. And I left.
But it's just because they didn't let you shishi.
That, yes.
Well, and then the attitude
it
about
was
it.
the
I
way
think,
she
was-
told her. She
Yeah.
couldn't-
actually,
Wow, that's nuts. That's HR department action right
it was
there.
bad. Yep.
You can't pee. That's weird.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Even Devin pees during.
I clean classrooms at Kailo High School and almost got fired. My mom kept me from getting fired. Apparently, I thought I was doing a great job, and like 4 years down the road, she goes, "Yeah, you clean rooms." I go, "Yeah, it was good." She goes, "No, they hated you. They hated the job that you did clean rooms. You were really terrible at it." And I went, "I was?" Like I had no idea, because I just put on headphones and I was cleaning the classrooms.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, I mean, it's a
Yeah, I
student job.
I wouldn't
bro.
hire you. I'd hire John though. But I wouldn't
Well,
hire
because
Nah.
my mom was at the school, so like, well, okay, we'll hire Devin. And
Well,
so,
I don't know, man. I got one time we had to paint the fence outside my dad's property, you know, and my grandpa was kind of in charge of it. So I'm like, oh, I'll go help, you know, and I'm painting. I think I'm doing a good job. But apparently, I was dripping, you know. But I'm like, we're outside, right? We're outside. It's just on the grass. And then my grandpa goes in the house. He goes to my mom, tell the boy, he don't need help. He don't need help. That was the last time I ever painted. Damn.
See, we all have that story. I'm sure you must have stories
What?
of like doing badly at some job.
My first job was wearing a yellow shirt and slinging tacos and burritos outside of Holiday Mart.
Wow. You
Wait.
had the quintessential like 1980s
Yeah, and
fast food
When
You
you
like
had
job.
when you had your
yeah,
high
my little
80s
I had
hair.
a mullet and all that. But in high school, you want to work at like Tonic Country, HIC,
Yes.
Locomotion. No, I worked at a Mexican place.
Wow.
Slinging tacos. Yeah. And I would come home smelling like burritos.
Oh, yeah.
I remember working Christmas Eve one night, slinging burritos over there. I'm like, who's gonna eat tacos on Christmas Eve? You know,
Oh,
being all alone, lonely.
Oh, jeez.
it's a
sad.
hard knock
Whatever,
life.
dude.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah, but you got to eat as much
Kyle.
burritos and tacos as you wanted to.
yeah. was
That's
called,
what you thought, yeah. That's why you wanted that
I got
job.
sick of eating all that. We would just trade with the Harpo's guy across the way. Pizza for a
Harpo's
taco.
had good pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pizza for tacos.
Yeah, we'd just trade.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, again, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, guys.
So
Thanks,
fun.
everybody.
Happy New Year.
Here's to
Happy New Year.
2023, everyone.
Yee-hee.